powerful. Yeah. He's so vicious. Like his one-punch power at 135 is like nobody else's in the division. Like the way he starches people is crazy. Yeah, exactly. He gets so much torque and power into his punches, and he's so fast that he covers ground and his uppercuts, they're just devastating.
For sure, I think I can stop him. I'm much quicker than him. He's much stronger, much bigger, but we just gotta wait and see until we get in there and test the waters.
Interviewed Joe Rogan appeared genuinely taken aback when Gervonta Tank Davis walked into the press event ahead of his exhibition bout with Jake Paul. Instead of the sleek, compact physique fans have grown accustomed to, Davis looked noticeably more powerful, his frame carrying a new level of bulk and muscular definition. Rogan, who has seen elite athletes from every combat sport, reacted with surprise, the kind that only comes when someone exceeds even the highest expectations.
I'm a giant Gervonta fan. I think that guy is so unusual. Yeah. His style's so unusual, and his patience.
The Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me, because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician, Mexican style, and the fight was very close before Tank stopped him. But he has that power that can end it.
He finds these openings, and he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's so patient. Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he probably has the lowest punch count in the early rounds, but he also knows he's got that nuclear option that if he can crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got massive confidence in that.
During the face-off that followed, Davis seemed to deliberately downplay his new size. Rather than flexing or striking aggressive poses, he adopted a relaxed stance, often crossing his arms or angling his body just enough to obscure parts of his torso. The subtle positioning appeared calculated, perhaps a way to avoid drawing too much attention to his transformation or to conceal just how much his physique had changed. Yet even through the controlled posture, the difference was unmistakable. Rogan pointed out that Jake Paul's approach to boxing has always been more about promotion than pure competition. He explained that these kinds of matchups are designed to attract casual fans and generate buzz by creating odd or unexpected pairings. According to Rogan, the betting hype and media frenzy surrounding such fights aren't really about sporting legitimacy, but about headlines and visibility. He believes Paul understands exactly how to stay in the public eye, using boxing as a platform for self-promotion, even if the matchups themselves lack traditional merit.
That was Jake Paul promoting it. You know, it's just doesn't bother me.
There's compromising the sport, and that's like bad. It's just like
if I bet on it, it watching the fuck out of me.
Watching it with people who are so in on it, and then also man, the sports betting apps, they introduced like chat apps in them in Australia. So it's like they're trying to take the place of social media companies where you go together and you meet your friends. Like betting should be exciting enough without having a weird.
They're just trying to draw you in. Thing. They're just trying to make money, right? So they're trying to draw you in any way they can.
Yeah.
Gervonta Davis is a natural lightweight champion, usually fighting around 135 pounds, while Jake Paul has consistently competed closer to the cruiserweight limit. For this matchup, both camps eventually agreed to a 195-pound catchweight, a decision that surprised many and came only after several rounds of negotiation.
We were yelling so much about him fighting someone, fight somebody your size. His next opponent is, by far, the most credentialed guy ever fought actively in his prime. There's one problem. He fights at 135 pounds. He fights at 135 pounds.
Because of the extreme weight difference, the exhibition will follow modified rules. Both fighters will wear 12-ounce gloves, significantly heavier than what Davis typically uses in his division. The adjustment was made to enhance safety, but it also changes the rhythm and feel of each punch.
The Jake Paul versus Tank fight is getting really weird. Gervonta looks scared for his life because the rules are out. They're crazy. Oh, so everyone thought that the fight was at 190. Instead it's at 195, and this weight difference is scaring the life out of Little Tank.
Over 10 3-minute rounds.
The next dispute comes with the gloves. Little Tank is used to fighting in 8-ounce gloves. Baby glove. This fight will be in 12. Hands might be too small. Also, Tank just fought in a 12 3-minute round fight against Roach. Yes, and now he's fighting in 10 3-minute rounds, which isn't too bad. Well done, Jake. Exhibition though, can he win? Yes, he can actually win. It will be overlooked by 3 sanctioned judges. So he can actually still win and knock him out. But here's the trick. It's body punches only. And there's a reason. That's because Tank said, look, this is a bit unfair. I don't want to punch up. I want to punch at my head height. Where does it fall? At Jake Paul's belly. Oof. So apparently we've heard there's no knockdown rules, but aside from that, it's a pretty well-rounded fight. Oh yeah, and there's some drug testing involved. But Jake Paul for the win.
Davis's longtime trainer, Calvin Ford, has voiced concern about the heavier gloves, noting that while they reduce potential damage, they also alter punching mechanics and defensive timing. According to Ford, the added weight can make combinations slower and affect how Davis manages range and precision, key aspects of his fighting style.
My only concern is, the gloves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't fight in 12-ounce gloves. We don't use 12-ounce gloves. That's training gloves, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's 2 pounds away from Jake. He fights in 10s. Tank fighting 8s. So he losing 4 ounces. So my thing is, I said, they said, put Tank in 8s, put him in 10s. That makes the fight more interesting. You get what I'm saying? And we'll go from there because I understand. And I brought that question up to one of his handlers. They was, no, we don't want to do no mixed match. It's supposed to be expedition. What, now y'all want the wins and the loss. You know what I'm saying? All these restrictions, but you want to be great. Being great is really pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? Tank don't really care, So when I brought this up, he said, dang, facts. You know what I'm saying? So again, he can weigh the 10s and we weigh the 8s. Then we got to fight.
Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas reacted strongly to the face-off between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis, highlighting the extreme size disparity. He joked that Tank would need a ladder just to touch Jake's chin. While Atlas acknowledged that differences in skill and style are part of boxing's beauty, he emphasized that this particular size gap pushes the limits of fairness.
Right? They should also have like the size of the ring, the size of the glove, all that stuff. Particulars should be in the contract, but I would probably look for one thing that is not the common thing to have in a contract if I'm Tank. A ladder. A ladder. Can I get a ladder? Somebody? You know what I mean? Hey, look, if he hits him on the chin the way he can punch, Jake might be doing a dance, you know what I mean? Not voluntarily either. But we'll get into that more later. The thing that I'm talking about right here is what you said. It was stark. The size difference was really, you couldn't ignore it. We understand the talent difference, the experience difference. We understand all of that. But the size, the pure, and we understand small guys can beat big guys. We just saw Crawford do it to Canelo, but a little different. The size difference was, it was eye-catching, jaw-dropping, and it made me think. And I'm gonna ask Richie, our man here who's doing all the taping, who does such a marvelous job. I'm gonna ask him because I know he's an expert in this area. But it reminded me of one of the Rocky movies where they had the face, where they did the wrestling thing with Rocky and Hulk Hogan, AKA Thunder Lips. He was Thunder Lips back there. And I thought I had it right, and it was confirmed to me. It's Rocky 3.
Compared the situation to when Canelo Alvarez moved up to fight Terrence Crawford, but noted that Crawford was never as small as Davis. In this case, he argued Tank is simply too undersized to reach Jake effectively, making the matchup appear one-sided from the outset. Fans, media, and experts have echoed these concerns, questioning not only the fight's fairness but also its safety. The controversy extends beyond Davis himself. Many wonder whether promoting such fights sets a risky precedent for future exhibition and celebrity bouts. Joe Rogan has also weighed in, calling the event uncharted territory for boxing.
Jake Paul, I think when he weighed in for Mike Tyson, was 227 pounds. That is, if I'm not mistaken, a 92-pound weight difference. It's insane. That is called one thing. That's called being a bully.